You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, the LA Lakers meltdown continues, and I can tell you right now, I am absolutely here for it. I love it. LeBron James and this horrible cast of misfits that he himself has personally assembled cannot seem to win a game. They cannot win a game. Last night, LeBron, I believe, scored 26 and had 12 rebounds, had more turnovers than Russell Westbrook. Do you know how hard that is to accomplish? But LeBron did it, and I'm here for it. More turnovers as the LA Lakers took another L last night. Another gorgeous L, 27-34. And woo-wee, management is not happy with LaWoke James right now at all. So we've got two stories. They both involve Jeanie Buss, the owner of the Lakers, and she is pissed at LeBron because LeBron is doing what he's already trying to do. Jump ship, bail out, hit the eject button. Why? Because he assembled a dumpster fire, and now he wants out. And evidently, he spent the entire All-Star weekend running his mouth out there about wanting to leave and his future plans. I warned Laker fans. I said, this is terrible. You're getting a nightmare. Well, this nightmare is happening. Lakers owner Jeanie Buss stood up to LeBron James and clutch over eyebrow-raising All-Star comments. There's been smoke coming from the Lakers franchise throughout this season. This is Clutch Points. And it's not hard to imagine there have been actual fires. In the middle of the Lakers' embarrassing loss to the New Orleans Pelicans on Sunday, team owner Jeanie Buss was seen very visibly walking out on the team. Yeah, this was a thing. Check this out, guys. This is Jeanie Buss as the team's getting blown out. She said, nah, I'm done. I've seen enough. Peace. I'm out. Right here. Boop. She said, no, I'm much too classy for this BS. Look at the scoreboard. 78-53 at the time that she bailed out. I don't blame her in the slightest. I don't. NBA personality Bill Simmons, I can tell you right now, somebody that is as locked in as anybody, who's often plugged in on happenings around the league, spoke on the Lakers situation on the latest episode of the Bill Simmons podcast. Should be noted, Bill Simmons is in LA. He first sounded off on LeBron James over his several eyebrow-raising statements during All-Star Weekend that hinted towards his personal frustrations and ultimately undermined the Lakers organization for underachieving. Hard to imagine LeBron's fingerprints weren't all over the decision-making in the offseason, particularly their splashy acquisitions of Russell Westbrook that used up any remaining trade power the team had for future moves. He has done what he always does, folks. He went to your team. He dismantled the young talent there. Brandon Ingram is one that I think of most notably. He has turned the team into an old team that is in shambles, that looks like the Golden Girls, and now he's going to leave it in an absolute mess. Quote, LeBron spent all All-Star weekend putting stuff out there, floating Sam Presti, floating the, quote, I'm only going to play when Bronny James is coming to the league. I'm playing with him. That's how you get me to your team. Wow. Floating some third-party stuff that they then denied about how they tried to facilitate these Westbrook trades. They were unhappy, taking no accountability for any of it. Holy Jesus. There were numerous reports over the offseason about how Westbrook to LA train ultimately garnered steam and eventually arrived at its cross-country destination. Westbrook had met with LeBron and fellow Clutch Points client Anthony Davis in L.A., James's home now, to discuss manifesting a trade to team up under the purple and gold colors. For LeBron James to now passively aggressively hint at being unhappy in this situation he definitely helped mold was said not to sit well with Jeanie Buss. Bill Simmons said the following: Jeanie Buss is a tough lady, man. She's been in the league since the early 80s, and I think at some point she stood up to those guys and was like, no, stop. You don't get to undermine all of this. Stop. You're here. You're under contract next year. What are we doing? I think they had a powwow. That's what I heard. But I think she stood up for at least something. For them to unwind last week and pretend they weren't chaos agents was really strange. Wow. So what's happening now is the Lakers are in a full-blown meltdown on a team that LeBron James personally assembled, and now that cur-dog is trying to act like he didn't facilitate all this. Oh, it's not my fault. Is this not standard operating LeBron James procedure? Is it not? I'm going to do something, then not take personal responsibility for it, and behind the scenes, I'm trying to already plan my next stop. Boy, it sounds a lot like LeBron before he left Cleveland the first time. Remember, during the finals, it was all coming out when he was playing. They were playing the Spurs. People were like, LeBron's gone. And then, of course, he went to Miami. And then it started coming out when he was with Miami. Oh, he's going back to Cleveland. Last time he was with Cleveland, it started coming out. You started hearing rumors. He's going to L.A. And now he's doing this to the L.A. Lakers. Matrix, myself, have been very vocal about LeBron James just absolutely obliterating the structure of NBA teams that he has been on. He came into the league. It was in great shape. And just like he has done to teams he has personally played on, he is deconstructing the league, and he will leave it in worse shape than he found it. Much like the Lakers, much like the Heat, much like the Cleveland Cavaliers, and whatever poor sons of bitchin' team that decides to take a run on him because, yeah, LeBron will put butts in the seats and will give you a temporary cocaine high while he's on your team before he tanks it. Jeanie Buss said, no, I'm not having it. You're here. You're playing here. You're under contract next year. We got a power play that's about to happen between Jeanie Buss, who's known to be very tough, and LeBron James. And you got to understand, Jeanie is used to being around Magic. She's not unused to being around world-class super talent. Magic, Kareem. She's not intimidated by the likes of LeBron James, I can assure you of that. She's got a reputation. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. The Lakers are in full-blown meltdown, and I love it. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.